Jamaica Easter, Monday, 1760. While white planters gathered in prayer and celebration, a different kind of ritual was happening in the shadows. Hundreds of enslaved men and women, their hands rough from cane fields, held machetes not as tools but as weapons. At their head stood Tacky, once a proud Coromantee leader from the Gold Coast, now an enslaved man turned commander. When dawn broke, laughter turned to screams, hymns to silence. Dozens of masters fell before the sun rose high. This was not just Easter morning, it was the start of a fierce rebellion. In the 18th century, Jamaica was the shining jewel of the British Empire, but its shine came from blood. Sugar was not just a sweet thing, it was money, it was power, it was desire. Every grain that sweetened tea in England came from long hours of hard work under the hot Caribbean sun. The island drove Britain's sugar trade. Its fields spread out wide like green oceans of cane waving under a harsh sky. To keep this system going, hundreds of thousands of Africans were taken from their homes and forced into slavery. Ships brought them across the ocean, marking them as property, packing them like objects. By the time they reached Jamaican land, many were hurt in body but strong in spirit. Among them were the Coromantee people, warriors and farmers from the Gold Coast, whose ways and strength came from years of fighting. Life on the plantations was endless punishment. 16 hours a day bent over cane, blades cutting hands, sweat-burning cuts, overseers' whips cracking loud. Nights gave no rest. Small wooden huts where families crowded were hot and full of sadness. Death came often from sickness, tiredness, or cruel treatment. For many, life lasted only about 10 years after arriving. But hard treatment creates more than sadness. In the quiet of night, stories were shared, tales of African kings, stories of warriors who would not bow, songs of home rivers and forests still alive in memory. Around small fires, older people told the young that chains could bind the body but not the spirit. The British owners thought they had forced their captives to obey. But under the cane fields was another truth: growing anger, unbroken courage. The very tool the enslaved used to cut cane, the machete, was a quiet sign. It cut cane by day, but in their thoughts it could cut chains by night. The island was strange, a beautiful place for owners, a hell for those who kept it running. Sugar riches built grand houses in London, but on Jamaica they built places for hanging. In this place of pain, rebellion was not just possible, it was bound to happen. And among the Coromantee, whose memories of leading and fighting stayed strong, a man would stand up, carrying scars of slavery and the skill of a warrior. His name was Tacky. Before slavery, Tacky was a leader. In West Africa, he had been a chief among the Coromantee, a man who knew loyalty, the sound of war drums, the plans of resistance. His capture and trip to slavery was not just breaking one man, but trying to break a people's spirit. The British thought they had made him property, but a caged lion still recalls the hunt. The Coromantee knew war well. On the Gold Coast they had fought other groups, protected homes, learned ambush and order. Tacky held this past like hidden fire under ash. Though forced to cut cane, he saw the plantation as a war ground. Watchtowers were enemy posts. Cane knives could be swords. Overseers were proud and predictable. Every order from a master reminded him not of giving in, but of the chains on his arms. He watched, he listened, he planned. While others saw no hope, he saw weak spots, times of loose watch, owners relaxed on holidays, few soldiers spread thin. To the enslaved working with him, Tacky was more than another worker. His straight stand, steady look, quiet, strong words showed something bigger. At night fires, when talk turned to freedom and revenge, Tacky's being there gave weight to those words. A man who had been a chief held memory of command, and memory can be stronger than any blade. For the British, cane fields meant profit. For Tacky, they were land ready for uprising. He knew machetes were blades. In his thoughts, he practiced changing harvest to battle. If the island was a jail, it was also a place for revolt. Every day of forced work taught patience, strength, and watching. The lion waited quietly, but quiet was not defeat. Tacky's spirit showed the ocean had not washed away who he was. The Coromantee drums still beat, though soft, under the whip's crack. And soon that drum would call others to stand, to fight, to take back honor with blood. By the late 1750s, Jamaica was ready to explode. The empire's wealth grew, but so did the cruelty. Whips hit harder, punishments worse, overseers had free power. Stories spread of men whipped until backs bled, women taken at night, children born in chains. To be enslaved was to live in pain, yet pain does not always destroy. It can turn into something dangerous. In small huts among cane fields talk began. By day quiet under watchful eyes, but by night, under low moon and flickering fire, voices grew strong. The Coromantee spoke their language, bringing back bits of chants and war calls. Tales of old rebellions passed from place to place. Each story reminded that chains had broken before and could again. The British owners stayed blind, trusting their ways. Easter came, with drinking and loose guard. In enslaved minds, the day of rising took new meaning. Easter would mark not only Christ's rise, but the rise of the crushed. Tacky knew Thai. Ming. A leader sees revolt needs plan, not just anger. The island had few soldiers. Many guarded ports or handled small troubles. In fields, masters felt safe. Machetes were many and sharp. And most important, people shared pain across the island. Suffering was their common tongue. Now a leader would turn it to action. For years, rebellion was a dream in dark. But as 1760 neared, dream became plan. Tacky spoke quietly to trusted friends, building fighters with secret signs. The plan: strike at dawn when shadows long and watch low. Strike when masters celebrated rising, not thinking their own end near. The island boiled, and the cover could not hold. The morning of April 7, 1760, started not with hymns but heavy quiet, sky still dark, air cool, birds calling to unseen danger. On one side, church bells would soon ring for planters. On the other, hundreds prepared to fight. Tacky stood front, lit by early light. In hand, machete shining faint. For years, tool of cane work, now weapon of freedom. Behind, fighters gathered, breath seen in chill, eyes full of strong will. First move bold and smart. They went to local fort for guns and powder, guarded by few. Attack quick. Guards fell fast. By sunrise fought theirs, weapons taken. Chain sounds long ruled days. Now gunfire spoke new rule. With machetes high, they hit nearby plantations. Masters, many asleep or eating Easter food, caught in shock and fear. Prayer songs drowned by Coromantee battle cries, like war drums across oak. And, for the enslaved, no more bowing. This was war ground taken back. Machete blows hit not just body, but long rule, each cut deeper than cane. It broke fear, it opened freedom. Easter dawn for joy became reckoning. A change came. For first time, planters saw their empire could fall. The enslaved woke, carrying Africa memory and crushed anger. This was not just fight, it was rising again. The early hours of Tacky's rebellion moved like a planned storm. By high sun, over 60 planters and overseers dead. Many drinking, eating or sleeping, never thinking hands that served would strike back. Machete, farmer tool, now sign of change, once cut cane forced, now cut master pride. Overseers who gave orders silent, Easter joy in big houses gone, replaced by quiet death, not wild killing. To fighters, each blow planned, full of memory of whips, lost family, stolen pride. In quiet after first hits, not happy cheers but stunned hush. Freedom never easy, cost always blood. News spread fast, from place to place, talk to shouts. Tacky struck, Coromantee rose. Enslaved never met him, felt shift, like island moved. British settlers long safe, now weak. Think of planter fear as world could end in one morning. They built empire thinking obedience forever. Now it turned to stand to fight. For enslaved, those deaths not numbers. First breaks in strong wall. Killing master killed idea he could not die. Proof ocean not take warrior past. Spirit not buried under cane and chain. Easter dawn a line, beyond, unknown, win or end. But brief moment power changed, enslaved not just workers, soldiers taking honor. Jamaica ground took blood, as curse and blessing. Rebellion spread. Like fire in dry cane, jumped estate to estate. First machetes joined by taken guns, powder, fire. Smoke rose hills, black against blue, grim sign enslaved stood. What made this rise different, together? Not lone stand, but group led by Tacky's Coromantee order. Fighters moved loose but planned, chants in twee echoing valleys. Hearing chants like Africa alive again on island soil. Plantations thought forever now weak. Stores burned, fields smoked, planters ran scared. Sight of made flag, simple but strong, over held ground hit deep fear. Not just cloth, sign enslaved held another home, not gone. For joiners more than fight, seeing chains not natural, resistance right. Enslaved left fields, kitchens, huts to fight. Some took children, not let next born under whip. Hope spreads, early April days, Jamaica full of it. Across island, hundreds never saw Tacky marched his cause. Name call, whispered urgent, carried wind through cane, freedom now. But fire draws eyes. British survivors grouped, messages flew colony, soldiers called, groups armed. Soon empire hit hard. Days, thousands moved. White groups with guns searched land, red coats bright in green fields. Worse, black shots, enslaved forced arm, hunt own. To planters useful, to fighters betrayers. Chains turned on. Self. Land its weapon. Fighters knew woods, deep places, hidden wet grounds. Hit quick, fade to wild, force British chase ghosts. Weeks, island war place. Guns shot, machetes hit, torches night. What started one blow, now long fight. Yet empire strength, endless. One group fail, another come. Ship guns threat holds, horse groups crush fields. Planters, once scared, shore behind army. Rebellion force, strong at dawn, slow underweight Britain power. Still Coromantee fought fierce, from need not just plan. Fighting for life. Each fight held ancestors. Each hide attack refused quiet end. Even as fewer, resistance cost Britain much show own weak. But empire wait. Lose small, win big. Slow shore, change came. Hides found. Leaders turned in, supplies cut. For fighters, hunger bad as bullets. War of machetes, guns, hide, fire reached peak. Heart Tacky, lion of Coromantee, no bow. Even as empire close, weeks fight months. Rebellion once strong, now weak from betray, tired. British search deep woods, helped court talk. Empire not stop till danger gone. In rough hills near Port Maria, Tacky's end. Surrounded, chased, cut off, no give up. Give mean chains, shame, show trial for fear not right. For once chief, command loyalty, war cries, such end no. Stories differ, but all say Tacky down by gunfire. Some say open fight, strong to end. Others one shot from black shot, sad twist. Sure, body taken, head cut shown high. Grim warn any think freedom, for British end rebel. Lion crush, leader quiet, lesson fear. But signs turn on makers. Seeing head not erase memory. Keep it, every enslaved saw not just loss but stand in history. Lion fell, roar stayed, death not end fire, spread sparks. Other rises follow Jamaica, Caribbean. Each take from Tacky, freedom worth blood, no chain forever. Empire happy win, but under, worry, killing Tacky not kill idea. Ideas not hang, not rot, travel, whispers start. Tacky's fall empire worn. Also Jamaica memory seed. Rebellion end, island not peace. Instead, time revenge. British quick show. Hundreds caught killed, hang, slow burn fire. Suspect sympathy whipped, marked, hurt. Empire not just punish, scare, remind resistance high cost. Yet under cruel show, deep fear eat colonial thought. Planters saw long denied, world on edge. Few hundred warriors shake island, stop work, force thousands soldiers. What if again, bigger, more arms, better plan? Government tight hold, laws harsh, no night out, groups punish. Even drums, Africa memory beat, ban, rhythm could talk unity. Every life part watched, ruled, crushed, but control not erase seen. Among enslaved, Tacky stories spread secret holy words. Talk dawn planters fell, Coromantee flag rise, machetes tool to weapon honor. Stories whispered huts, sung bits passed next. British call Tacky criminal, killer, warn tale, but enslaved remember other. To them, warrior dare strike, fall not bury hope. Keep alive under ash. In London, rebellion news alar. Papers talk danger black rise, lawmakers talk control. But lawmakers talk enslaved stand show deep unsettled empire. Jamaica no longer just sugar place. Haunted revolt chants. Aftermath bloody but future sign. Caribbean not quiet. Years later Haiti, revolution win where Tacky fall. Seeds Jamaica grow, storms end empires. Masters think end rebellion. Truth end first part. Tacky gone, name not. In Jamaica hills valleys huts cane memory live. Through stories hide songs, quiet prayers. To enslaved, more man. Symbol, proof under empire weight, stand possible. Tales grow. Some say spirit walk woods fought, guide later. Others night wind carry war cry cane. Myth or memory, Tacky stay. Colonial words try call traitor order, warn violence. But history change ruler erase. For suffer descendants, Tacky no traitor. Echo Africa Caribbean land, lion roar, even chains. Years later, name stir. In Jamaica stories, remember not fail, but first, rebellion end blood, but open way later, each carry his spirit. Empire kill body, cut head, show control prize, but not quiet idea. So, strange end. To British, Tacky criminal. To enslaved, profit freedom. Which memory true? Both maybe. But truth end less